Hi friends, today we're going to talk about superlative and comparative adjectives. Well, it sounds like a lot there, but it's not that bad. An adjective is simply a word that describes a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing, and an adjective could be how it feels, what it looks like, what color it is, how big, how small. So if I compare, that's like more, or comparative is more, or one compared to another one. So if the adjective is happy, she is a happy person, I might say Mark is happier than Billy. So I would change happy to happier. And you may notice that when I add ER to a word that ends in a consonant and then a Y, the Y changes to an I and I add ER. So happy changes to happier. Now, if Mark was the happiest person, that's superlative, the superlative, that's the most, the happiest person. So happy, well, the Y changes to an I and you add EST. Now, some words don't follow a pattern like adding ER or adding EST. They change words completely. Mark did something bad. He did not follow directions. But Billy did something that was worse. However, Sally came along and did the worst thing of all, not giving Miss I more donuts. So it doesn't become badder and baddest, it becomes worse than or the worst of all. So someone can be sad or sadder or saddest. Notice the spelling change here. When I have a short vowel a and then a consonant, you have to add another consonant before you add ER or EST. Ooh, sometimes it doesn't change words. You don't add ER, you don't add EST. So for delicious, it would be more delicious. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Or for example, it could also be most delicious. CIOUS. Okay, then I just actually use the comparative or superlative word. Let's look at the word noisy. My cat is noisy, but the dog is noisier. Noisier. And you may notice because I'm adding ER, the Y changes to an I and you add ER. It's because I have a consonant Y. The S is a consonant. And then noisy est. Did you guess right? Think this one through. Nice and nice. Nicest. Watch what happens. Oh, I don't put two E's there. That'd be nicer. And nicest. So get some spelling change there. Okay, so far so good. Now, we need to identify words that are comparative or superlative. And in this kind of activity, the word after the sentence in the parentheses is what you will change and write. She is the blank student in the whole class. Whole class, well, then the smartest. Okay? That actor is blank of the two. So I'm comparing two things. Okay? I'm comparing two. So not funniest, funnier, and the Y changes to an I. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. That is the beautiful sunset I have ever seen. That is the, beautifuler? Beautifulest? Nope, it is the most beautiful. Take a moment in your head and see if you can think of this one. The beanstalk was the blank thing that Jack had ever seen. Strange. Would it be stranger or strangest? Well, he had ever seen, so it'd be the strangest thing he had ever seen. Look at my funny spelling. That was the blank movie I have ever seen. So ever means it's the most. That would be longest. Grandma's cake was blank delicious than mom. So I've got the word than, which means I'm comparing two things. It was more delicious than mom's. I can't. Well, it was grandma's, so she's entitled to that. She probably taught mom how to make it. So it was more delicious. Dad said it was the blank highway he had ever driven on. Rougher highway he had driven on? Well, ever. So it'd be the roughest. Did you guess correct? Oh, my spelling is wrong, but that's okay because I can fix it. It is a lot windy blank today than it was yesterday. So I'm comparing today to yesterday. That's two things. So it's going to be windier, and the Y changes to an I. Jack's mother is blank than Cinderella's stepmother. She is wiser. And we just have one either. That is the most adorable baby I've ever seen. Okay. So hopefully you're able to follow along with me. Now you have 2 pages that look like this. All right. So we've already done the word noisy, so you should be able to figure out what goes in here. I have been to many noisy concerts, but this is the noisiest. Dad needs a sharp knife. He asked me to get the sharpest one we have. Ivan was quick, but Deirdre was the blank, and that's why she won the contest. So Ivan was quick, but Deirdre was the quickest. That building is tall. It is the what building I have ever seen, taller or tallest building. All of the flowers were pretty, but I thought the dahlias were the prettiest, and it ends in a consonant Y. Of all the sad books I have read, this one is the saddest. Damon's act was funny, but Keisha's stand-up was the funniest, and that's not on here. And from here, you need to pick which word fits in the sentence, and it gives you choices. Up here are these gray boxes. It goes over what I just taught in the lesson.